Here we go then, next race, the OKN Junior Qualifying Heat 1. Let's take you through the starting lineup. Toby Gale and Marcus Shilkuna starting this one on the front row. One of the mechanics there trying to push him and pushing a little bit too hard there, falling over. Caden Higgins and James Ignatiadis then go from row number 2, from Zain El Homasani and Nikita Gedesmit on row number 3. Connor Clancy, who won the final yesterday, starting this one, P7, has got Luna Flushu, who finished 5th in the final, alongside. Dinaya Islamov and Angelina Simmons-Torres go from row 5, and they round out the top 10, from Sara Matsui and Jeremy Montgomery-Swan on row 6. Arthur Donker and Max Murray go from row 7, with Zachariah Dole and Maria Nadelli on row number 8. Augustus Toniolo and Rakhil Faradin go from row 9, with Alexander Dahlstrom and Dan Dalakian running at the top 20 on row 10. Egon Pedrotti and Ella Hakkinen go from row 11, with Katrina E and Corinne Kaur at the back of the grid on row number 12. Temperature is already in the 30 degrees. I think some people were saying it was pushing 40 degrees earlier, but I think the temperature gauge was just left in the hot sun for a bit too long. In the shade, it's very, very hot here at the Alphasan International Sports Resort kart track. But right now, our drivers pushing hard all the way throughout the day. First qualifying heat is done for the minis. This is the first qualifying heat for the juniors, and welcome to everyone who is joining us around the world as well, wherever it is you are watching. I'm sure it's very early. If you're in Europe, it's probably much later on in the day. If you're out in Australia as well, watching along with us. But yeah, brilliant to see everyone here at the circuit. So many nations being represented here from across the world in the first ever inaugural Champions of the Future Academy program. Next year is going to be a fantastic year for the series as well. But right now, we are focused on what is happening right here, right now, in Abu Dhabi. One cut going off a little wide there, and oh dear, now that is Caden Higgins, and he's just putting himself in position. But Caden, that was past the red line there. You might be in a bit of bother at the end of this one. Here we go then into the formation lines, and lights have not gone green on my timing, but it looks like the race has started. So race is underway by the looks of it, and it is a good start from the field. It is, no, I think it is a false start. I think it's not updated on my timing screen, and I think it is a false start, or they couldn't put, well, I'll find out in a moment, but right now it is still a good start from the rest of the field as they go through. Big checks over the shoulder there for our drivers, and it's still a good start from Toby Gale. So Gale leading the way at the moment as he heads down in towards the banking section. It's updated on my screen now. We are green, we are racing, so that's good to see. So it is Gale who leads the way at the moment, and it is still the treble one there of James Ignatiadis, who's had a good weight. No, yellow flags have come out. It is, I think, a false start. I'm not too sure what's happening here, as my timing screen is going green and red all the time. But yeah, I think it was a false start. So they are going around again. And what was the reason? I think, yeah, it may have been for this here. Caden Higgins, who, well, there's the red line, and well, immediately is out of position, and yeah, it slots back in. So, yeah, maybe because of that. Here we go then, back into the tram lines. Are we going green this time? Yes, we are. Green flag comes out straight away. Good start then from the front man, Toby Gale, who breaks away well. It wasn't a good start for James Ignatiadis this time around. Unfortunately for him, he drops down, and there is going slowly Caden Higgins. Caden Higgins dropping right to the back of the field. What's happened there? There's been a change at the front as well, as through comes the 131. This is Marcus Shilkunas now, who leads the way in the early stages of this race. He made that outside line work there through turn number 1, and he leads the way going down in towards turn number 8. Gale there in second place, and you can still see that Marcus Shilkunas is breaking away. James Ignatiadis there in third place now has recovered in a good spot as they make their way through turn number 10, through 11, into 12. No changes here for the top 3, and now they go into the left-right section of 13, 14 and 15, and no changes here. Bit of an oversteer moment there for Gale as he tries to get control of that car through the final corner and sticking within the track limits, which is good to see. Across the line they go. Shilkunas from Gale, Ignatiadis from El Homasani, Clancy from Flusha, Gedesmit from Montgomery Swan, then it's Matsui and Angelina Simmons-Torres who ran out the top 10, and for our driver who started on third place, Caden Higgins, he's dropped all the way down to P20. An absolute disaster for him, and he might get something else at the end of this race. Again, not too sure. Change possibly for the lead? No, he stays behind. Toby Gale looking like he was going to go for a dive there, down in towards turn at number 8, thinks against it, stays in the slipstream, and still got Ignacio right there in his slipstream, both of them pushing each other along. And Zaino El Homasani here, brilliant start for him there in P3. Change there, no, but you can't really overtake through here, guys. You've got to be careful, you've got to just get the kart through this section in one piece. As again, Chilkunas and Gale going absolutely front to rear here and into the slipstream, and Gale again with a failed attempt and an overtake through turn number 1, just looked to the inside, but Chilkunas just closing the door there, denying Gale an opportunity to get past. The change there for third. It looks like Zaino El Homasani's got up into third place. Yes, he has. He's got past James Ignatiadis, so he's down to third, and through goes Luna Flusha. Flusha getting past Connor Clancy, your final winner yesterday, who's now getting tumbled down the order, and so close to the barrier. The battle here is really kicking off. We saw Sarah Matsuya there on the inside as they were going in towards turn 9. She might be on the outside on the dirty part of the track now. And where did she come through? Yeah, she's at the back of the grid of this pack again, and under pressure from the 1-2-3 driver behind as well. That is Angelina Simmons-Torres. So both of them working hard here. Back at the front though, Chilkunas leads from Gale, and it is Zaino Homasani who's broken away now from that trailing pack behind. James Ignatiadis has still managed to hold on to 4th place. Geddes Metson's there as well in P5 from Montgomery Swan. Clancy there in 7th place. Flusha has dropped down back into 8th place now, battling with Sara Matsuya and Angelina Simmons-Torres. Fastest lap though going to Caden Higgins, so it's not a problem with the kart. Maybe he's just thinking, well, I don't know what happened at the start of that one. You just saw him going slow at the exit of the first turn, and then gave up nearly all the positions there. So big shot there to see with Zaino Homasani in 3rd place. He is pushing hard here, digging deep in these early stages of the race. 9 laps, these qualifying heats for our drivers. As he closes in towards Toby Gale and Marcus Chilkunas. Not able to get a move just yet in these tight, twisty sections. Back onto the start-finish straight. There's a look at the gap between 1st and 2nd. It's only about 0.2 of a second. Both been working well. Gale looking much, much stronger. He had 2nd places in his qualifying heats yesterday. But he needs to dig deep and try and get those 1st places back, because it might help him out later on as well in this weekend. Ignatiadis with the fastest lap of the race as well, starting to close back in on these top 3. This was the move for the lead through turn number 4. We've seen the overtakes through there left, right and centre over this weekend. Nicely done, no time wasted at all. Chilkunas has just held on to that lead now, and he's pushing himself along here, looking very, very quick. Zaino Homasani though, as well, is looking a little bit quicker. He is lapping actually a 10th faster than Gale and Chilkunas. So El Homasani looking like he wants to go for 2nd place here with only a handful of laps to go. Back across the line they go. We go on to lap 6 now of 7, and there are still some big changes. New fastest lap going out, Luna Flusha, who's currently back into 7th place now. There you can see Flusha battling away with Jeremy Montgomery Swan. This is the battle for P6 that you saw briefly there with 3rd place. And there you can just see the drivers all diving through that chicane. Flusha here looking very, very strong now with a clear piece of track. She's pushing up to the back there of Nikita Gedesmets, who's there in P5. Top 3 though, still no change. But Zaino Homasani, again, matching the pace of Chilkunas, but a 10th faster than Toby Gale. And I've got to say, he's closed right in now here, but this is a little further down in the order. This is Connor Clancy battling away with, I think, Angelina Simmons-Torres. I think Simmons-Torres in the 1-2-3 just getting through into P8 now. And Clancy, who won the final yesterday, is needing to dig deep here and push those positions up. Right, so back with the race leader, and stopping there on circuit, the 126, and that is Raquel Zoe Faradin, who unfortunately is out of this race and will have to sit in the marshal post. Yet you can't get it restarted. You've got to sit there. Devastation in his first heat of the day, but unfortunately that's the way it goes. And he is out of this race. Shilkunis still leads though from Gale and Homasani. The gap still 2/10 of a second. And both of them, they're all just matching the pace here, pushing each other along. No chances of an overtake through this section. And the gaps are just matching here what they need. There is no real drama between the drivers as they make their way down now in towards turn number 1 once more. A couple of laps left in this race, and it's just been calm and collected for Marcus Shilkunis here. Didn't finish within the top 5 of the final yesterday, but looking much stronger today in these qualifying heats, pushing hard. The same as James Ignatiadis as well. He is back there in P4. He has just closed in on this lead trio. And again, if he could get a 3rd place here, he would be looking good. The driver finished 3rd in the final yesterday as well, wanting to gain as many positions as he possibly can, and he is looking very, very quick there in P4, and he looks to the inside here through turn 12, just off camera. Can he get it done? No. Zainan Homasani slams the door closed, and he holds on to P3 as they go down in towards turn number 16. Now, huge lunge, under braking there sideways, but Shilkunis holds on to it, and there's wheel-to-wheel contact, and through goes Nikita Gedesmits up into P3 now. Gedesmits onto the podium spots here in this qualifying heat. Lucia goes through as well. She takes full advantage of it also, and she goes up into P4. So Zainan Homasani tried his hardest to defend from James Ignatiadis, but Ignatiadis wanted that position, and unfortunately it didn't work out for them. For these two here though, Shilkunis and Gale, they've got a nice clear track ahead of them and behind them now. No drama here for Toby Gale. He has got a nice comfortable buffer between himself and Nikita Gedesmits. Here's the overtake again from James Ignatiadis, just down the inside here through 16, but again, Zainan Homasani just saying no to the overtake, but unfortunately both running wide, and through went Nikita Gedesmits. Well, this man here, Marcus Shilkunis, across the line, will take his first qualifying heat win of the weekend. Solid drive, and he will be delighted with that one. Oh dear, another retirement there on the last lap, the 1:63, Maria Nadelli. Unfortunately, another retirement. Several retirements over this weekend. But for Lithuania, Marcus Shilkunis takes the win, and he's looking much stronger today, and hopefully he can finish on that top spot in that final later on today, but he's going to have to keep up this momentum. Toby Gale with a nice 2nd place finish from Nikita Gedesmits. Best results, I think, there for Nikita. 3rd place in the qualifying heats. Luna Flusha with 4th, matching her best result yesterday, is looking for a top 3 finish in these qualifying heats. From Zainan Homasani, James Ignatiadis finishing in 6th place from Connor Clancy, Sada Matsui from Jeremy Montgomery Swan, Angelina Simmons-Torres then rounding out the top 10. As we head back to Parc Ferme, and all the results that you see here, of course, provisional. There's a look then at your top 10. Dinia Islamov finishes in the top 11 with Augusta Toniolo just behind. Arthur Dodonka and Caden Higgins finished 13th and 14th. Katrina E rounding out the top 15 out on circuit. Dan Delakian up 4 places, finishes in P16 from Zachariah Dole in P17. Egon Pedrotti and Max Murray finished 18th and 19th. Ella Hakkinen rounding out the top 20. 2 positions gained in that one. Good drive for Ella. Corinne Court rounds out the top 21, and the last of the finishers